welcome to a late night edition. In this instance, this is just a very short rant about something that I don't like that seems to be very popular. So it just makes me a bit of a misery guts. And that is, I despise the anchor systems on most modern third-party straps. And I don't really know why they exist. I mean, I do know why they exist. The point being that if you have a strap that you really like, you can use it on multiple cameras. And I guess that's kind of sensible. And the idea is that you leave the anchors attached and you attach them to your camera like so. And you're like, oh, that's all very nice. And then you think, oh, I want to stick it on another camera. So you take it off. And you leave a very irritating, clattery bit of plastic attached to your camera. And that's not necessarily a problem with, say, a film camera. It just looks a bit weird. But the noise isn't a problem because it's just a photography camera. But if you do any video, they are almost completely useless, and I just don't understand why you would use them. Why I do still use them is that it's actually quite hard to get many straps at the moment that are both quick to remove and don't use these. They are vanishingly rare for some reason, and I don't really understand why. These are actually quite difficult to get on and off. If you've used them for any period of time, they become very tight on the ring, and they can be very challenging to undo again, case in point. And that's kind of the opposite of the point of these things. I think originally they were slightly better because they were intended to go through the eyelets, or you could at least thread them through when they were thinner. Now that they're thicker, they still have to go on the dangly split rings on the vast majority of cameras, which are my other major hatred of current cameras. But I don't understand them. There are other straps around that solve this problem. I know that Moment do one, for example, that's a leather strap that is a quick release system, but it's integral to the strap. And likewise, I have one from Wandered, which is potentially how you pronounce their name, but I'm not entirely certain because it's one of those stylish things where they just remove random vowels. It might be Wandard or Wandord. I quite like Wandard. And those are all quite nice in their own way, but they're much harder to come by. If you go to a camera shop and you fancy a new strap, the chances are you're going to find the Peak Design slide system for sale. And I have further issues with this strap. It's actually a very nice strap. It's very comfortable. I like that it's got an integrated padded section in it where it is very slightly thicker. I like that. I like the rubber bit on the opposite side so you can have it grippier or slidier. Nice bit of design. But I don't like the other ends of it. I don't like these buckles, which are metal. Terrible design choice. Don't put metal on straps. It'll scratch your camera screen at some point if you stick it in the bag like that. So I have to detach this every single time I put my camera in the bag. Quite irritating. And then you come to the other major downside of the anchor system, which I'm just going to see. There's no way it's going to focus in low light. We'll go here. And that is the actual receiver for the anchor, which is combined between a bit of metal on the back and a plastic frame around the outside. And these make a lot of noise as well. They clatter on your camera. They're again a piece of metal and a piece of plastic. They could potentially scratch parts of your camera. And it all just feels a bit unnecessary. It feels like a solution in search of a problem, because I would have thought that just having a quick release system attached to the strap would solve your problem entirely. If you wanted to use the same strap on another camera, well, you just remove the strap and stick it on the other camera. I don't get it. And I'm still part of the problem because I'm still using one of these straps as well at the moment, though I have ordered a different one because I'm sick of it. Sorry, Peak Design, I do like a solid 50% of your stuff, but the anchor system isn't part of that. Have a good night.